Why won't Americans rent Teslas? A provocative question indeed. This question challenges the assumption that Tesla's popularity automatically translates into a flourishing rental market. The paradox of electric cars, and Tesla in particular, is that while they are becoming increasingly popular, this popularity does not seem to extend to the rental market. In the United States, Tesla's sales have been soaring. The electric car giant has been breaking its own records, selling over 200,000 vehicles in the second quarter of the year alone. This is a significant increase from the previous year, showing that the demand for electric cars, and Teslas in particular, is on the rise. Yet, when we shift our gaze from sales to rentals, a different picture emerges. Despite the growing interest in owning Teslas, the rental numbers are surprisingly low. According to some estimates, electric cars make up only around 2% of rental fleet vehicles. This is a stark contrast to their increasing share in the overall car market. Several factors could be contributing to this paradox. One possibility is the higher upfront cost of electric cars compared to their gasoline counterparts. Even though the long-term costs of owning an electric car can be lower due to savings on fuel and maintenance, the initial purchase price can be a deterrent for rental companies. Another potential factor is the infrastructure required to support electric cars. Charging stations are not as widespread as gas stations, which could limit the convenience and usability of electric cars for renters who may not have easy access to charging facilities. So, while Tesla's sales continue to soar, creating an impression of widespread popularity, the rental market tells a different story. It's a narrative of hesitation, of uncertainty, perhaps even of resistance, stemming from a combination of economic factors and infrastructural challenges. While Tesla sales are skyrocketing, their rental numbers tell a different story. This paradox offers a fascinating glimpse into the complexities of the electric car market, and it's a story that we will continue to explore in the upcoming scenes. Let's delve deeper into the strategies of two major players in the car industry, Tesla and Ford. Both companies are giants in their own right, but when it comes to electric vehicles, they've taken quite contrasting paths. Tesla, a pioneer in the electric vehicle industry, has been unwavering in its commitment to electrification. The company has pursued a strategy of all-in on electric, focusing all its resources on designing and manufacturing high-performance electric cars. Tesla's business model revolves around building an ecosystem for electric vehicles, including charging stations, batteries, and even solar power. The company's strategy is built on the belief that the future of transportation is electric, and it has been unyielding in its pursuit of this vision, even in the face of skepticism and resistance. On the other hand, Ford's approach to electric vehicles has been more measured. As an established player in the traditional auto industry, Ford has been cautious in its transition to electric. Instead of going all in, Ford has adopted a bridge strategy, continuing to produce its popular gas-powered vehicles while gradually introducing electric models. This dual approach allows Ford to cater to its existing customer base while also exploring the potential of the electric market. Interestingly, while Tesla's strategy is more radical, it is Ford's approach that is more common in the auto industry. Many traditional car manufacturers are hedging their bets, maintaining production of gas-powered vehicles while slowly ramping up their electric offerings. However, despite their distinct strategies, both Tesla and Ford face challenges in the electric vehicle market. For Tesla, scaling production and maintaining quality are ongoing hurdles. For Ford, the challenge is to convince its traditional customer base to embrace electric vehicles while competing with electric-focused companies like Tesla. So, we have a tale of two strategies here: Tesla's bold, all-in approach versus Ford's cautious bridge strategy. As the electric vehicle market continues to evolve, it will be fascinating to see which strategy proves to be the more successful one. Despite their distinct strategies, both companies face challenges in the electric vehicle market. Remember when Hertz made headlines for ordering 100,000 Teslas? Let's take a look at how that's panning out. In late 2021, in a bid to revolutionize its fleet, Hertz placed an order for a staggering 100,000 Tesla vehicles. This was seen as a significant endorsement for electric vehicles, and a major bet on Tesla by one of the world's most recognizable car rental companies. However, this move has not paid off as expected. Despite the initial hype, Hertz's Tesla gamble has yet to yield the projected returns. The demand for renting electric cars, particularly Teslas, has been lower than anticipated. Electric vehicle adoption is still in its early stages, and the majority of consumers are not yet ready to make the switch, even for a short rental period. Moreover, the shortage of charging infrastructure has also been a major sticking point. Renters who are unfamiliar with electric vehicles often find it inconvenient to locate charging stations and wait for the vehicle to charge. Additionally, the upfront cost of purchasing such a large volume of Teslas was substantial. Hertz's decision assumed a consistent and growing demand for electric vehicle rentals, a gamble that is yet to pay off. In conclusion, while Hertz's bet on Tesla was a bold move, it highlights the challenges that companies face in predicting consumer behavior in the transitioning electric vehicle market. Hertz's gamble on Tesla has yet to produce the expected returns, adding another layer of complexity to the electric vehicle market. Despite the hype, the electric car market is experiencing a downturn. Let's explore why. Electric vehicles, or EVs, are touted as the future of transportation. Yet despite all the fanfare, the market is witnessing a slump. Several factors contribute to this decline, and key among them are supply chain issues, the cost of batteries, and consumer apprehension. Supply chains globally have been in disarray due to the pandemic. For electric vehicles, this issue is exacerbated by the fact that EVs require specialized parts, many of which are produced in limited quantities or in specific regions. This has led to delays in production and, consequently, a slowdown in the EV market. Then there's the cost of batteries, a crucial component of electric vehicles. The price of lithium, the primary ingredient in EV batteries, has skyrocketed in recent years. This increase, coupled with the complex and energy-intensive process of producing batteries, has driven up the cost of electric vehicles, making them less attractive to the average consumer. Speaking of consumers, there's a notable apprehension when it comes to adopting electric vehicles. While it's true that EVs offer several advantages over their gasoline counterparts, such as lower maintenance costs and zero tailpipe emissions, there's a significant obstacle in the form of range anxiety. This term refers to the fear that an electric vehicle won't have enough range to reach its destination, leaving the driver stranded. Despite improvements in battery technology, this fear persists and acts as a deterrent for many potential EV buyers. Another consumer concern is the lack of charging infrastructure. While major cities are increasingly equipped with charging stations, the same can't be said for rural areas and smaller towns. This disparity in accessibility further feeds into the apprehension surrounding electric vehicles. All these factors combined have led to the current down market on electric cars. It's a situation that presents significant challenges for companies, particularly those like Tesla and Hertz, who are betting big on this technology. But it's worth noting that these are growing pains, typical of any emerging market. The down market on electric cars presents significant challenges for companies betting big on this technology. To fully understand the electric car landscape, we must examine the full economy of electric cars. Diving into the economic implications of electric cars, it's critical to consider production costs, consumer costs, and the broader impact on the automotive industry. Let's start by looking at the production side of things. Electric vehicles, or EVs for short, are more expensive to produce than their gasoline counterparts. The higher costs are primarily due to the price of batteries, which make up a significant portion of an EV's total cost. Currently, lithium-ion batteries, the most common type used in EVs, are costly to manufacture and require rare metals, driving up the price. However, as technology advances and economies of scale come into play, these costs are expected to decrease. Some experts predict that by the mid-2020s, EVs will reach cost parity with conventional cars. But until that happens, the higher production costs of EVs are passed on to consumers, resulting in higher purchase prices. Consumer costs don't stop at the purchase price, though. The cost of owning an EV includes charging infrastructure and electricity costs. While electricity is generally cheaper than gasoline, the initial cost of installing a home charging station can be a barrier for some potential EV buyers. The good news is, as more public charging stations become available and technology improves, these costs are expected to decrease over time. Now let's pivot to the broader automotive industry. The shift towards electric cars is having a profound impact on the industry as a whole. Traditional automakers are being forced to innovate and adapt to the new electric landscape or risk being left behind. This transition is not only affecting car manufacturers but also the entire supply chain, including parts suppliers and dealerships. Moreover, the rise of electric cars is fueling job creation in new sectors, such as battery production and charging infrastructure. However, there's also the potential for job losses in areas that are becoming less relevant, like engine and gearbox manufacturing. Therefore, the shift to electric is causing a significant restructuring of the automotive industry's workforce. In the grand scheme of things, the transition to electric vehicles is also expected to have macroeconomic effects. On one hand, countries heavily reliant on oil exports could experience economic challenges. On the other hand, those investing in clean energy and EV technology stand to benefit in the long run. The full economy of electric cars is a complex web of challenges and opportunities, shaping the future of the automotive industry. So why won't Americans rent Teslas? And what does this mean for the broader electric car market? We have uncovered a myriad of reasons throughout this video. The paradox of Tesla's high popularity, yet low rental demand, the diverging strategies of Tesla and Ford, and the bold yet unsuccessful bet Hertz placed on Tesla. We've also delved into the down market on electric cars and the complexities that surround it. Companies like Ford are cutting production of some of their EVs, showing that the market isn't as straightforward as it may seem. Moreover, the full economy of electric cars is a labyrinth of factors, from production costs to consumer behavior and governmental policies. The electric car market is a complex and rapidly evolving landscape, with many factors influencing its future. Each piece of the puzzle contributes to the bigger picture. Stay tuned as we continue to explore this fascinating industry.